Hey everyone, so I wanted to talk about polyamory relationships. Is this the future or is this not the future? Let's watch this first.
Okay, try to keep track of this. A woman named Charlie and her husband Tom fell in love and got married. After a year, Tom fell in love with Sarah, who was in a relationship with Chris. Charlie and Chris then fell in love. But in a crazy twist, Sarah and Charlie fell in love too, totaling 5 relationships among 4 people. The two men are firm friends and have no romantic interest in each other at all.
2 men are firm friends, have no romantic interest in each other, but their women are together. So anyway, I was listening to a debate on the radio a few weeks ago, and they were talking exactly on this topic. So they basically had a psychologist and then various people who are in polyamory relationships, and a lot of them thought, yeah, this is great. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. I've never really thought about this. Not that I want to get into it. I just meant as in just to talk in general. And yeah, so I think the first thing we should get right here are the definitions, because there's polyamory and then there's polygamy. Yeah, there's polygamy as well. So the first, polygamy means basically many marriages, but it can also relate to having a number of relationships where there is a sense of having some kind of spousal to a number of people at one time. And then polyamory, in this case, is many loves, so you can be loving many people at one time. And a relationship aspect in this relationship or lifestyle does not mean that marriages exist, but instead one person has one form of serious relationship with another number of people at the same damn time. How does that even work? I mean, trying to be in love with one person and then you've got to be in love with another person at the same time, and then you've got this other person on the other side. I can barely manage the two. It's almost like trying to do about 50 modules at university at one time. Maybe that's a bad comparison. But anyway, there's this couple, right? This guy fell in love with his wife's girlfriend, or friend, should we say, and they had been married for 12 years. So check this out.
Being in a polyamorous relationship,
you have no idea. There's no set rules or anything. Like, you just have to figure it out as you go.
There's no
like a how-to guide.
Yeah. I'm sure we were the talk of the town for a good while.
If someone would have asked me 5 years ago, hey, in 5 years, do you think that you could bring someone else into your relationship? I would have been like, no, there's no way. But now, I mean, I can't imagine it without her.
After 12 years of marriage to Joey, Crystal met Jamie, and things haven't been the same for the couple since.
Okay, well, I'm gonna dress how I am in real life. Don't be mad.
Jamie came into my life because we met at a shop party, and as we got to know each other a little more, we kind of just developed a romantic liking to each other.
Whenever Crystal finally came to me and told me that she actually had feelings for Jamie, I kind of already knew. At that point in time, Jamie and I had actually developed a really good friendship. I gave them my blessing completely when it came to, forming the relationship.
We got together in October, like officially like girlfriends, and she was moved in by January. So, I mean, it just kind of happened.
It did. It just happened.
After moving into the family home as Crystal's girlfriend, it wasn't long before their dynamic changed yet again.
Yeah, I developed feelings for Jamie.
And then Joey and I fell in love.
Don't remember how it all came about, but I told Crystal that I had feelings for Jamie, and Crystal took it pretty hard. She was pretty upset at the whole situation.
I was the jealous person. I had a hard time with it.
Crystal was upset. I mean, every relationship has ups and downs, and it was definitely a down.
But it didn't take long, and now this threesome are happily embedded into their polyamorous relationship.
Brought me a Mexican
Coke tastes just like a regular Coke.
Except for it's better for you because it doesn't have high fructose corn syrup.
I didn't think, oh, I'm in a relationship with a girl, or oh, I'm in a relationship with two people. But on the bottle it doesn't say Mexican Coke.
It's written in Spanish.
So Spanish people can read it. I'm just in love and happy, and they are what they are. I'm gonna show you.
So anyway, as you see there, they've got a child as well, and they've been married for 12 years. So how I don't know how it even came to that stage of saying, okay, we're gonna need to find someone else to fill this space. And from a lot of stories that I've read, a lot of people felt that there's been something missing. When you get to that realization that something is missing, I mean, it could be filled with something else, but it needs to be filled with another person when you're already with another person. And some of the issues that I found, basically jealousy. I think I'm a pretty jealous person. If someone I was with somebody else and then they said, oh, we should all link up and do one thing, I think I'll be like, not too sure about that. And there's often a lot of power play. Someone wants to take control of what's going on in the whole situation. How does that work in terms of balancing power as well? And it's naturally unfair as well. I personally think so. And then they can change who you are as a person. You might not know who you are, and now being in this, you're going to change. Is it in a good way or a bad way? And they can change who you are as a person, definitely. You can still feel very alone, even though there's a lot of you. Just try to be in a concert when you've been there by yourself and you're still not with anybody. It's kind of like that. And yeah, it's human nature, right? Schedules, personalities, so on and so forth. So is this really the future? I'm not too sure. It's an interesting one. Obviously, I'm not in it. I don't know a lot of people that are. But if you are, or know people who are, what have they said to you? I'd love to really know what they think about this sort of thing as well. But for me, I think the biggest thing here is jealousy. Yeah, how are you supposed to be with lots of different people at the same time? Now imagine like you've got with someone and then they're like, okay, I've also got Jim as well, I really like, do you mind? And I'm just like, yeah, I think I do. But yeah, it works differently for everyone. But if you are in one, let me know what you think. I'd love to know what you guys actually go through. Have you ever felt jealous? I'm sure you have. And if you don't, maybe that's good for you. But in terms of my beliefs and anyway how I've grown up, they always say that monogamy or whatever, being with one person, has been forced down our throats all these years or centuries, whatever. So we should be able to explore. Everything is fluid, which I'm not sure I agree with. But is it the way forward? Is this how people are going to be doing things going forward in the future anyway? So yeah, let me know what you guys think, especially with the videos that we've watched as well. So yeah, it's very interesting how people treat relationships. There's lots of different relationships these days, so they're changing. Things are changing. Is it because it's 2018 and moving forward? I don't know.